For NOLA.com, the Times Picayune, Jarrett Roser here with Riverside senior Herb Mcgee. And before we get to the whole comedy career that we have lined up down the road, you've still got another big football game and a basketball season and all that. What is Friday going to be like to have a chance to play a football game for a state championship in the Superdome?
Well, it's going to be very emotional. Knowing it's, definitely my last football game in high school with this, special group, a special bunch of players, and it's going to be emotional. And, knowing that we get to play it on the Superdome, something that we always work for, and, past 3 years, it didn't work out for us, and finally we got a chance, and we're going to make the most of it.
How do you guys balance the excitement and meaning of being here and getting a chance to bring Riverside to a state championship game, and the fact that there's still that game to be played and y'all still have to do things to win it?
Well, it's not too hard. We always talk about the little things, and that's one of the little things. We talked about how everybody was going to come in. We was going to look around, and, we're going to be in awe for about a good 5 minutes, and after that, you have to, switch your mind back to we have a game to play, and we don't want to be complacent with just making it here. We want to win it.
Does any of the experience with basketball state championships and those big basketball tournaments, even in the summer, anything like that, help when you get to this type of a setting here, or is this like nothing y'all have ever seen before?
Well, I can't speak for others. I can speak for the players on the basketball team who have made it to that big stage and who have played on the next level, such as state championships. But I know as far as me, playing in the past, it helps because now you know what to expect. Lights on you, lights shining, and you have to perform. And it's not just going to be handed to you. But as far as my other teammates, I think that it's the same way. They know that it's experience, and like Coach said earlier, we don't have experience playing in the Superdome, but we have experience playing football, and that's what we have to do when we go out there. We have to play football.
The matchup for y'all is Notre Dame, another team that has all kinds of history behind it. Coach Louis Cook has had those guys here before. What stands out about them when you look at them and prepare for them? What do y'all have to do well on Friday to have success?
We have to execute. They're just like some of those teams that we played in our season. I don't think they're unbeatable, but I think that we have to execute, and it's going to come down who execute the most and who does everything right. And at the end of the day, I think that we will execute.
For you, an all-state receiver last year, play a ton of quarterback this year. Are you gonna get a chance to do a couple different things on Friday in this game in the big setting, or are you gonna have to kind of stay focused on the one and kind of leading the offense?
Well, I'm gonna do the normal. Quarterback, receiver. I'm gonna be in that both. The past few games I've been doing both. So it's hard for teams to scheme against that. When you have one quarterback that can do one thing, then the other quarterback can do the other thing. So, with Jarrett, it's hard to scheme against us. Well, for us actually, and I'm more of a running quarterback, and you can't pack the box because I can throw the ball too. And for him, it's basically he's just gonna pick you apart. And we have Jordan Levin back, so that's. I don't think that they prepare for Jordan Levin, so you just can't wait to be out there and see what happens.
All that versatility and whatnot, you still haven't figured out. Are you playing basketball? Are you playing football? Are you playing basketball and football in college? Is that something you figure you'll maybe determine shortly after the season? You're gonna keep on weighing all that for a while, you think?
Well, I think that I will definitely determine what I'll do after the season. It's just been hard. Can't get on any visits because of football, so I haven't really been able to go out and see the colleges that I have in my top 5. So around Christmas, I think I'll be releasing my top 5.
And regardless of what sport it is, what school it is, we've still got all the comedy future down the road after retirement stuff.
Andrew might be mad that he can't, be on our comedy, but we'll host him as a special guest.
Herb Mcgee, senior everything for Riverside, for NOLA.com, and Times Picayune, Jared Roser.